Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another Extravagant Few Minutes live here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube. And, of course, on our Facebook page, which is the Captain Lou Extravaganza. And watch us on X at The Real Captain Lou. We invite you as well to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, which is the Captain Lou Sports Network. You get all of our great programming, all of our Extravagant Few Minutes episodes live and archived, all of the Extravaganza episodes. We had a great one last Wednesday with former MLB pitcher Chad Durbin. We invite you to check out that interview and everything else that we have with myself and my tag team partner, Mitch Bernstein, on the Extravaganza. And, of course, all of our episodes of the 10th season of the ACHA Power Play, the Road to St. Louis 2026. We've got another live episode tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern time, as we get closer and closer to the national tournament. I know it's a little less than 4 months away, but it's going to get here before you know it. We'll get you up to date on all the rankings, all the big scores from last weekend, a lot of showcases in men's division 1, 2, and 3. We'll get you all caught up on the rankings, all of that tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here on the ACHA Power Play on the network. Today's program, as all of our Extravagant Few Minutes episodes, are brought to you by the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, and that is SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou, and you'll get $20 off of your purchase. It is that simple. Hey, if there's a great game you want to go to this weekend, Detroit and Green Bay, the NFC North matchup, the rivalry renewed. Go to SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou. Michigan and Ohio State, the college football rivalry, the best one there is. Go to SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou. All those great games and more. Make sure you go to SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou. I can't say it enough. You get $20 off of your purchase. It is that simple. All right, everybody. We can all take a collective breath here in Detroit, the state of Michigan, Lions fans throughout the world. The Lions win a comebacker in overtime against the New York Giants yesterday, 34-27. What can you say about Jahmyr Gibbs? 264 total yards, 215 yards on the ground, I believe. Wow, what a big win for the Lions. Good teams know how to win games where maybe they shouldn't have won. And, of course, they probably got a little help from the Giants with that 4th down and goal call at the 5. Now, personally, I thought the Giants should have kicked the field goal. That would have put them up 6 with about 2 minutes to go. The Lions would have had to score a touchdown. This is what I don't understand about now with going for it on 4th down in these situations. All these teams have kickers that can kick 60-yard field goals. It's commonplace. All they got to do is get to the 40 to the 45-yard line. It's not like back in the day when they still had to get maybe to the 30 or the 25. The Giants, to me, blundered it. But as a Lions fan, I'll take it because the Lions ended up tying the game with that 59-yard field goal. If you saw it from the angle, you saw it waver to the right, then come back to the left. Did look like it was going to be good at first. But then Jahmyr Gibbs on the first play of overtime, 65 yards. As my buddy John said last night on the phone to me, Bubba could have ran through that one. Indeed, he could have. The Lions end up winning 34-27. They go to 7-4 heading into the big win. But my first question again, as a Lion fan, should you be concerned? I'm not quite ready to be concerned yet. They've got 2 more games in a row at home. Win these next 2 against the Packers and the Cowboys. I know they're going to be big games. They go to 9-4. They're going to be sitting pretty good. I still see the Lions as an 11-win team winning the division and get an opening round game at home at Ford Field. But again, this weekend's matchup or Thursday's matchup on Thanksgiving is going to be an absolute monster against the Packers. Packers are going to come in 7-3-1. We all know what happened in the opening game. Detroit got manhandled by Green Bay at Lambeau. This is the time for the Lions to turn the table. I think this is going to be one heck of a game. 12:30 kickoff on Thursday afternoon to start the festivities. Can't wait for it. I think the Lions right now, last I checked, were a 3-point favorite or 3.5 points, depending on which place you look. So it's going to be a dandy. We're going to see who's banged up for the Lions, who's banged up for the Packers. We'll preview this one later on in the week. We'll give you a bigger preview, and we'll give our prediction, of course, a little bit later on in the week. But this is going to be one heck of a matchup. Can't wait for that one. All right, let's take a look at some of the other games. What about Philadelphia yesterday? I saw a score on TV where I was at yesterday. It was 21-0. Philadelphia was up early. I thought The Cowpokes, they're done. I got in my car on the way home last night from Chicago. Had lost the game to the Dallas Cowboys. Philadelphia, they're beatable. I know Detroit lost to them in Philly a week before, but this Philadelphia team, they're vulnerable. They're definitely not the best team in the NFC. That has to go to the Los Angeles Rams. Wow, did they look impressive yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 31-7 at the half. Just steamrolled them in the first half. Maybe let up a little bit on the gas pedal in the second half. Didn't really need to do anything. Baker Mayfield looks like he's in a world of hurt. The Rams, to me, are the best team in the NFL. Now, I know New England is 10-2. I know that Denver's 9-2 or whatever. But the Rams with Matthew Stafford, who to me right now is the MVP in the NFL, they are the best team in the NFL, bar none. It's going to be very interesting when the Lions go there in December for that next road matchup for them. That's going to be a big game. Detroit could roll into that one, hopefully 9-4. Who knows where the Rams are going to be? But they look like the team to beat in the NFC. But it's still wide open. But in my opinion, the Rams are the best team in the NFL. How about Kansas City? Here was Indianapolis's chance to prove that they're one of the best teams in the AFC. They could have buried Kansas City. They were up by double digits, but they let them off the hook. When you've got Patrick Mahomes, you give him one opportunity. That's all he needs. They came back. They tied it up in the end of regulation, win it in overtime. Kansas City, I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs in the opening round. They're still going to be there. I think their schedule kind of favors it. They've got some big games coming up, but you can't count them out. In Indianapolis, this one's going to sting. I know they're still in first place in the AFC South, but this one really is going to sting. With all the games yesterday and all the games this weekend, we still have one coming up tonight. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Who is the most surprising team in first place in the NFL? Is it New England at 10-2? Is it Denver at 9-2? How about Chicago at 8-3? I saw a stat with the Bears. The teams that they've beaten are combined 19-37 or something like that. But hey, you still got to beat the teams you play. Chicago's still got to play 2 with Green Bay. They got to go to Philadelphia Friday on Good Friday. I know it sounds weird. So they've still got a big slate of games. They got Detroit in the finale. Not sure if they're going to be there at the end. Indianapolis with that loss yesterday. I got to say the biggest surprise, I didn't think they would be, I thought they'd be better, has got to be New England. Do you trust them? They're 10-2. Who saw that coming? That's going to be very interesting to see how they end up finishing. All right, let's go to college football. It's time. It starts. It's the game. It's the game week. Michigan took care of business on Saturday in Maryland. Now it's the home finale. It's Ohio State. It's that team down south, the number 1 ranked Buckeyes. Ryan Day hasn't beaten Michigan yet. Michigan started out as a 14.5-point underdog earlier this weekend. It's down to 10 already. What does Vegas know? Does Michigan really have a chance? I still don't think they do. They're so up and down. I think Ohio State is going to win this one. But boy, oh boy, what if, right? What if? Now think about this for a second. Should Michigan do the unthinkable and win the 5th straight game against Ohio State? There's a good possibility they still wouldn't get into the Big Ten championship game. That would belong to Indiana and Oregon. You know, if Ohio State wins, they're in, obviously. Indiana, they play Purdue, which that's almost like, you know, playing my high school team right now. So it looks like it would be Indiana and Ohio State. But should Michigan beat Ohio State, Oregon would have to lose to Washington for Michigan to get in the Big Ten championship game. But then again, should Michigan beat Ohio State, they would not have to worry about that championship game. Could they possibly sneak into the playoff? Wouldn't that be something? I don't think it's going to happen. I still think Ohio State's going to come in and beat Michigan. Might be double digits. I just think they are going to be so motivated to win this one in Ann Arbor, especially the way they got beat last year, against the Buckeyes in Columbus. Chip Kelly, the mastermind, who, by the way, got fired at Vegas yesterday as the offensive coordinator after the game. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about that all week. I don't know. It's weird. The hype is starting. It'll get bigger towards Thursday and Friday after Thanksgiving, of course. But yeah, it just feels weird. It seems like Ohio State's way up here. Michigan's still right about here. But we'll see come the end of the week. But again, was Ohio State really beaten? Think about that for a minute. Michigan State, meanwhile, boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, I really thought, keeping an eye on that game Saturday night, didn't watch it, or Saturday afternoon. They were up 11 or 10, I think it was, on Iowa in the second half. Why did they punt to that guy in the fourth quarter? It just, I tell you, it's just, they're snake bit. Things are pretty ugly right now in East Lansing. Now they go to Ford Field. They're going to take on Maryland this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. They're giving tickets away for free. That's how bad it is right now in East Lansing. Maryland's coming in. Both teams are, well, Michigan State is, I think, 3-8 right now. And I think Maryland is 4-7. It's going to be a tough game to watch Saturday night. It could be Jonathan Smith's last game as head coach at Michigan State. He was asked today in the press conference if he knew what his status was, what his feeling was, and he said there's really been no communication. It's just a very, very tough situation in East Lansing, and I don't know what's going to become of it after this game. Who knows if they're going to win one for Jonathan Smith, and after that, then the question is, are they going to pay his buyout? Is he going to move on somewhere else? He's not going to go back to Oregon State because they just hired Montana State's coach. So, I mean, it definitely is just not a good time in East Lansing. It reminds me so much of when Rich Rod got hired at Michigan, and it was an absolute disaster. This is kind of a new low for the Spartans. So we'll keep an eye on that as they take on Maryland this Saturday night. All right, we're going to take a break. We come back. We got a little bit more to talk about. We got the Wings and the Pistons and Presley's parlay of the night. Don't go anywhere. You're watching an extravagant few minutes right here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here. Hey, is there a ball game you want to go to last minute? How about the Spartans at Spartan Stadium? Go to the Big House to watch the Wolverines. Is there an NFL game you want to go to? Lambeau Field, Ford Field, wherever, Baltimore. How about the Tigers for the pennant drive? Well, go to SeatGeek. Get those tickets there. Use the promo code Captain Lou right on the screen, and you'll get $20 off of your purchase. It's that simple. So go to the Spartan game. Go to the Big House. But use the promo code Captain Lou at SeatGeek, and you'll be all set. Indeed, you will. Big games coming up this weekend in Ann Arbor, in Detroit, everywhere in the NFL. How about USC and UCLA? A Big Ten matchup out west. All kinds of games going on. Indiana and Purdue, we talked about that. Alabama and Auburn. Texas A&M. The Egg Bowl, you name it. It's a big college football weekend. So get your tickets at SeatGeek. Use the promo code Captain Lou. You get $20 off your purchase. Hey, how about the Red Wings Saturday night? They win in overtime, trailing 3-1 going into the third period. They win 4-3, still on top, first place in the Atlantic Division. I know that a couple of teams have a game in hand on them, mainly Tampa Bay and Ottawa. They're staying at second and third right now. But hey, you know what? They're in first place. Tonight, they travel to New Jersey to take on the Devils, who, by the way, are in third place in the Metropolitan. Detroit 13-8-1. The Devils 13-7-1. Should be a fun matchup tonight for the Red Wings again. First place in the Atlantic Division. Up and down. I know some of the games they play, they look really bad. But that was a big win Saturday night to get that overtime win when it looked like they were dead in the water. So congratulations to the Red Wings for that win. First place, 13-8-1, 22 or 27 points. Hey, we'll take it right now for the Detroit Red Wings. How about the Pistons? They take on Indiana tonight. They have won 12 straight. They're 14-2, the best team in the Eastern Conference. They've got a 2.5-game lead over Toronto, I believe. And the only team that's better than them right now is the OKC Thunder, the defending champions, 17-1. I think Denver might have a couple of losses, or the Lakers are 12-4, something like that. But right now, the Pistons are playing so good. They've got a game that should be able to win tonight against the Pacers. So we'll keep an eye on that as well as they look to go 13 straight, 15-2 overall. What a start for the Pistons. All right, tonight's Monday Night Football game. Carolina at San Francisco. San Francisco, a 7.5-point favorite. We're not going to go there, but here's Presley's parlay. The Wonder Dog says, we're going to go a little bit off script. We're not going to do a teaser. She says it's kind of maybe a half teaser. Take San Francisco money line tonight and take it under 49.5, and you'll get plus 145 for your bet tonight. So, hey, for a dog biscuit and a pizza pie, why not? Take Presley's parlay for tonight. San Francisco money line at home. They need to keep pace with the Rams and with the Seahawks and with everybody else for a chance in the playoffs, as they are the 7th seed right now in the NFC, right ahead of Detroit. They got the tiebreaker over the Lions, so they need the win to stay ahead, or 6-4, whatever it is. Anyways, take that money line and take the under 49.5. All right, that's going to do it for another edition of an Extravagant Few Minutes right here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Thank you very much for welcoming us into your homes, on your computers, on your laptops, however you watched us around the world here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Until tomorrow night for the ACHA Power Play at 7 o'clock, yours truly, Captain Lou, saying keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving,